And we are checking out some holiday lights on this Christmas Eve morning. How about this display? Lots of beautiful and colorful lights as we celebrate the Christmas holiday. We're going to be speaking with the man behind the lights just after the break.
Okay, well, we love to look at holiday lights around this time of year. It is Christmas Eve, so let's indulge.
So we do want to take a look at an impressive display that we found here on the east side of Madison. Check this out. This is on Ellen Avenue.
Again, on the east side, and this home looks amazing.
And we're told that this is a real community-wide effort with neighbors stepping in to put this together, put these displays up across their front yards. So this is the second year that the whole 2,000 block of Ellen Avenue has been decorated.
We'll be talking with the man behind all this a little later this morning. Remember, you can always send us pics of your display on our free WMTV 15 News app or online on our website, WMTV15news.com. It's interesting because I feel like at Halloween time, we always show those awesome spooky displays, but we never check out the Christmas ones, the holiday ones. They're so cool.
Well, we're making up for it here
this morning. Plus, it's time to flip the switch. The holiday lights are on in Madison as we celebrate Christmas Eve here on The Morning Show.
Live from the WMTV studios, 15 News, The Morning Show starts now.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us on this Christmas Eve. It's 5:30. I'm Tim with Phoebe and Amanda. We got some beautiful holiday lights to check out in just a little bit here. I know my Christmas lights are not nearly as impressive at my house, for sure.
Okay, well, that's like a community-wide effort. You got to start reaching out to your neighbors, do some door knocking.
I got to do some research for next year and up my game a little bit, I feel like.
Yeah. Have you guys been Yeah. Coming up next year on The Morning Show, we're going to take another live look at these holiday lights over on Ellen Avenue on Madison's east side, bringing the Christmas Eve spirit bright and early here for you. Don't go anywhere. Amanda has this day in history right after the break.
And stay with us here at The Morning Show as we explore this very elaborate holiday lights display over on the east side of Madison. You're watching The Morning Show. We'll be right back.
Amanda with a little bit of a jump scare looking at those warm temps.
I think she was looking at the lights we're about to show you here on the east side on Allen Avenue. It's pretty nice, right?
This time of year is incredible. Neighbors, communities, they put together such incredible light displays. So we want to take you to one over on Madison's east side this morning.
Yeah, we're joined now by Dan Newman. Dan, can you hear me? It looks great behind you. Tell me about this amazing display you got going on there.
I can hear you great, and I'm so glad I have you guys here. I wish there were some more neighbors here because it's not just me doing this. I'm just the only one who's willing to get up this early on a Christmas Eve. But a bunch of us neighbors get together, and we not only decorate our houses, we do the entire block. You might be able to see these arches. So basically, so kids have something fun to run through during the snow and during the not-so-fun weather. This year we actually started in Halloween, so we gave something for the trick-or-treaters, and the lights were orange, and then we turned them for Christmas. This is our first year doing that, but our third year doing it overall. And it's been such a great reception from the community. I get people stopping me everywhere. Other neighbors get people bring their kids from this neighborhood and other neighborhoods to play here in the Christmas season, and it's just something in the cold, dreary weather to bring some joy to people.
Well, speaking of bringing joy, Dan, your outfit right now, you're dressed to the nines. Can you walk us through your elaborate, your get-up this morning? You look great.
Well, I didn't expect to talk about it, but I'm glad I got you this sweater my wife had made for me last season. My day job is I work for a church. I'm music director at a church, and we have Christmas Sweater Sunday or Ugly Christmas Sweater Sunday, and every year we try to top the next one. We have a competition, and so she made a quote-unquote ugly Christmas sweater with my face on it, and I told them and this was my Christmas gift from her last year, and I told them last year, I said, I'm going to win the competition hands down, and you know what? They didn't hand out any prizes that year. They were like, you got it. We're not even going to have the competition. So I love it. But then the rest of it, I love again, bringing joy, being festive. I love the Christmas season. I love the holiday season. Anything that I can bring a little happiness and a little spark and a little fun to somebody else is always what I want to do.
Dan, I got to say, I dig your style, man. I appreciate you getting up early on this Christmas Eve and being with us.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you guys featured it. Hopefully people will see this and they'll come and bring their kids or adults. People walk their pets through here and, they'll come and check out the lights. We're going to try to leave them up as long as we can a little bit into January because it's so dreary in January. So you guys should come out too.
Dan, thank you for the invite. We're going to check back in with Dan in a little bit. Love his vibe on a Christmas Eve. That's exactly what we need, right?
Bringing the energy bright and early, yes. Hey, good morning. Happy Christmas Eve. It is now 6 a.m. I'm Phoebe alongside Tim, Amanda. We will, I promise, bring you back to those live holiday lights on Madison's East Side.
It's a big undertaking over there on Allen Avenue on the east side of Madison, but those neighbors that came together, put up that display, it looks amazing.
It's bringing the holiday spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always love to drive around, look at those lights displays this time of year. A good night for that or a good day for that later this evening.
We're also big fans of holiday lights all around the area, and we found a pretty good display over on the east side. Joining me now live here on the morning show is Dan Newman, who's living up to his nickname of Spiffy this morning from Allen Avenue. Dan, it's great to see you again. Glad you're doing well. Merry Christmas. Talk to me about all the time, energy, money that you put into this display with your neighbors here on Allen Avenue.
Well, thank you. Again, I want to be clear, it's not just me. We have a lot of neighbors that do this together. But yeah, there's a few $1,000s in material just for the arches alone, and of course, then whatever people put on their own homes. And we have, me and a few other families that do the work. We start before Halloween and, then try to switch before Thanksgiving and maintain it, if any lights go out or anything comes down. It's a fair amount of work, but it's also really rewarding to see all the kids and adults and everybody enjoying it so much. It's such a, great thing that brings the neighborhood together and brings other people to the neighborhood and just, shares holiday joy.
I was just going to ask you, what is it about the holiday season that gets you so jacked up? Why do you love it so much this time of year, Dan?
Well, I always loved Christmas and the holidays. I always loved lights and decorations and all the corny things, hot chocolate and all that. But this really kind of ramped up during the pandemic. I got very sick during the pandemic, and a lot of other people either got sick or couldn't see their family for other reasons, quarantine and whatnot. So I went from just doing kind of normal decorations to really putting it into overdrive in 2020 to just, again, bring joy to people who didn't have much that year. And, my neighbors came to me and said, well, let's do our house too, and let's do our house too. Maybe people that didn't know how to do it, but they wanted me to help, and they were willing to help, and we were willing to put our money and time and energy together. And it's just sort of grown since then. And it's really just been a way to kind of build back. I know a lot of families haven't fully recovered, in some cases literally, since 2020. And so it's just something we can do to make up for some of those feelings that might be sad or melancholy throughout the holidays. This is something to make up for that. This is something to, for me personally as well as everybody else.
Dan, I got to compliment you on your outfit this morning as well. I know you said it's an ugly Christmas sweater, but I'm going to go ahead and say that with your face on the front, that's a handsome Christmas sweater.
I would agree. That's the joke, and I've been able to make people laugh with that joke, but I would never in a million years think it's genuinely ugly. It is the most beautiful Christmas sweater ever.
Dan, can't thank you enough for getting up early this morning with us and showing off your awesome display. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and everyone else.
All right, thank you. Dan Spiffy Newman out there on Allen Boulevard. If you want to go check it out, it's on Madison's east side, Allen Avenue, excuse me. Go check it out and drive past with the family.
What a sweet sentiment.
Yeah.
I love that he's just doing it for others so other people can drive by, walk by with their pups and smile and enjoy those lights.
And don't forget, you can always send us pics, videos of your display through our 15 News app or online at our website. And if you're not the Christmas spirit yet, you will be now after checking out this amazing holiday lights display on Madison's east side. And let's take things outside once again as we take a live look at this pretty awesome holiday lights display on Madison's east side. We'll explore this when we come back.
6:42 now on this Christmas Eve morning. We're taking a live look out at a beautiful Christmas lights display over on Madison's east side. We're going to take you to the magic right after the break live, so don't go anywhere.
Hey, we are running out of time to get you in the Christmas spirit, but don't worry. The morning show, we got you covered.
That's right. We're taking a live look at some holiday lights around the area. We want to send things off to Madison's east side, where we want to bring in Mr. Dan Newman. He has been an absolute delight in getting to speak with him all morning here. Dan, before we let you go on this Christmas Eve morning, what is one thing that you want people to take away from this extravagant light display that you and your neighbors have built?
Well, again, not to sound like a brokered record, but it's all about joy. It's all about bringing joy to others and even to ourselves. And, you know, Christmas decorations is one small thing, or holiday decorations, rather, is one small thing that you can do to bring joy to other people. And that's really what the holiday season should be about. I do remember in 2020, there was things circulating on social media about leaving your lights on throughout the month of January for first responders, to give them something, to bring them a little joy when they're, you know, traveling in the dark and dreary months. And it just, little things like that goes a long way. And so that's what this is about. And I hope that, you know, over these next couple, you know, holiday days, as well as the rest of the holiday season and the rest of the winter, I hope that people will do more things that bring joy to others and to themselves.
Well, you brought us plenty of joy here on the morning show this morning, Dan. We want to say thank you for getting up early and showing off that awesome display that you and your neighbors put together. Merry Christmas, Dan.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all of you as well.
All right. And remember, you can always send us your pics of your display at home with our free 15 News app, or you can do it online, WMTV15news.com.
Yeah, and we have been asking for them. You guys have answered the call, so thank you so much. We want to show some of these off. Brad has sent these this picture of Christmas lights. Brad, thank you so much. What an incredible display. Inflatables just decorating this front yard. That's a stunning house to be looking at.
Yeah, that's a head turner in the neighborhood. I'm stopping with my kid to check that out. Pretty cool. Thanks again. Because it is Christmas morning, we'll be home with our families as we take a final look out at the holiday lights display over on Ellen Avenue here on Madison's east side.
And the fun continues on 15 News Plus, so join us if you're just waking up to this holiday display. But we'll see you back here on Thursday. Everyone enjoy your Christmas. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome back. The time right now is 7:06 on this Christmas Eve morning. And if you're just joining us a little bit earlier throughout the morning show, we have been taking our viewers to an incredible holiday lights display on Madison's east side, a whole block lit up right now. So we want to bring you back there and bring back in Dan Newman here this morning. You have been so fun to talk with, but tell me a little bit about this community effort, this display that you and some neighbors have made to just really bring in that holiday spirit.
Yeah, I mean, it just started with us all doing decorations individually, and then a couple neighbors on either side of me saw mine and said, hey, can you help me with mine? And then we started asking other neighbors, and it really just became a community building thing. And, you know, as of this is the third year we've done the arches, which has been the one thing that every house on the block has. And this is the second year that we've done them for the entire block. And the first year that we actually started before Christmas, we started for Halloween with orange lights so the trick-or-treaters can run through them. And it's been a wonderful thing. The kids love it, the pets love it, the adults love it. It's just something to bring joy to people during a season that's sometimes dark and dreary and sometimes sad for some people. And it brings me joy every time I drive home and see them. Every time I am looking out my window and I see cars slow down to look at them. Every time I see kids run through them laughing. And, you know, it's been wonderful. And it really embodies what the holiday season is supposed to be.
And Dan, that's a great reminder when you bring up the fact that the holidays kind of mean something different for everybody. Can you tell us where the idea behind this started from?
I mean, I've always loved decorating for the holidays. I did it as a kid. You know, I started decorating here as soon as I moved here.
But like I said, I think a lot of us, myself included, really ramped up our decorations during the pandemic when a lot of us felt isolated and a lot of us felt sad. A lot of us had gotten sick or lost family members, and so we were really looking to do more at a time when a lot of us were still stuck at home, because that first Christmas 2020, a lot of us didn't spend it with our families, and that really kind of incentivized a lot of us, myself included and perhaps especially, to really kind of go a little extra on the things that we could do to bring joy to ourselves and others. I don't know if you caught one of the neighbors drove past and yelled out the car while we were talking how much they enjoyed the lights and the decorations, and that's really what it's all about.
Oh, that's so sweet. They're waking up, turning on their TV, and they're like, hey, that's my neighbor. I've got those lights out there. Dan, thank you so much for your time. I know it's been a little bit chilly out there, so truly we appreciate you waking up with us on this Christmas Eve, and happy holidays. We'll see you soon. He's invited everyone to go check out that block. Again, that's on Ellen Avenue on Madison's west side. And as a reminder, please send us your pics of any Christmas lights display. East side, excuse me. Thank you to the producer in the air. Please send us your Christmas lights displays. We definitely want to see them, and maybe you'll see them pop up on air, so you can download our free 15 News app and submit those viewer pics that way.
Plus, Christmas Day almost here. We've got a holiday lights display in Madison that you have to see to believe. All right, Amanda, thank you. An impressive holiday light display has been turning heads on Madison's east side for 3 years running now. This is over on Ellen Avenue. 60 arches adorned with holiday lights. You can see the entire stretch of the 2000 block has trees, houses, and front yards just beaming bright to celebrate the holidays. Neighbors here say they adore the joy that this display brings.
These lights are awesome. These lights started coming on before Halloween this year, and it just gives a nice bright spot on our walk. It gives us a moment of peace just to reflect in the darkness. So it's a really beautiful display that we enjoy walking past almost every day.
It's so nice. Look at all that. A great night tonight. You know, take a drive, maybe a walk over there. Again, this is Ellen Avenue on the east side. Go see these Christmas lights. But hey, if you have a display at your house or you think there's one in your neighborhood that we need to see, you got to send it our way. Send us your pics or your video for free over the 15 News app or online at our website, WMTV15news.com.
Well, if you're in need of a dose of joy, we want to bring you an impressive holiday lights display turning heads on Madison's east side. This is Ellen Avenue, and as you can see, the entire stretch of the block, of the 2000 block, is sprinkled with Christmas lights. Take a look at that. Trees, houses, and front yards beaming from top to bottom.
And we've gotten so much positive feedback. Just people come from other neighborhoods to walk their kids and their pets through here. And it's just really been a heartwarming project.
And it just gives a nice bright spot on our walk. It gives us a moment of peace just to reflect in the darkness. So it's a really beautiful display that we enjoy walking past almost every day.
Yeah, that would be fun. It's a great night to take a walk or drive around and see the lights. And if you have a display that we have missed, please send it our way. We'd love to see it. You can send us pics or videos with our free WMTV 15 News app or online at WMTV15news.com.